Chapter 5, The Flea of the Algebra. Begins with Hopper break into Hawkins' lab. He actually break in to figure out what is going on with Hawkins' lab. He, uh, he actually keep on. He actually did, and he actually punched a security guard and got clearance into it, but he actually got knocked out. Actually keep cutting out that to Lonnie covered Joyce after she busts a hole through the law. Bursts a hole with an axe to save Will. Honestly, it's actually Will's funeral, and Dustin say that Will. Honestly, everybody actually joined, and honestly, they actually asked Mr. Clark what is how you create enough friction to get to other dimensions. They talk about the Valley of Darkness from Dungeons and Dragons and the Upside Down Light Darkness of Dragons, and they try to find out the gate, and Hopper got knocked out unconscious, and he woke up and found out that he'd been tracked, and it turned out that the tracking turned out that 11 is trying not to get trying to not get them to find the gate. And Lucas got mad and fight with Mike, and Mike actually get to and Lucas from Mike, and the episode ends with 0 kills with a runtime of 52 minutes. We got lives lost every 0.9 minutes. Chapter 6. Actually, the episode ends in chapter 5 with Nancy go through the hole. In chapter 6, it opened when Nancy actually come out chasing through and try to call Jonathan, and he actually go out of the hole. Honestly, what actually happened is simple. Nancy actually got called out. Nancy the slut we live by, and Steve didn't defend her, so Jonathan beat for being a screw up, and Joyce and Hopper go to Terry Ives for her to realize that spoiler alert for season 2, that Terry Ives is actually 11's own daughter, which I will actually say that despite that she actually haven't been talking since, and it was a cover up, and the doctors were cover up because Brenner doesn't want them to know. And it ends with 0 kills and it's at 0.9 minutes. Have a good day. Chapter 7, The Bathtub. Begins with Mike wiping 11's face. After they actually make up and 11 actually in chapter 6 she actually says she's the monster and she actually created the gate. As she actually look pretty, Lucas look trouble and say the Batman are coming. Lucas say as and Mike asks in the house to prepare and run. It's Brennan and they actually chase them through the park and 2 unnamed male government agents killed when a 11 flip their van over with telekinetic powers at 17 seconds. And Lucas say, "Holy shit!" And Lucas actually say it's awesome because he actually apologized and say friends don't lie. She said friends don't lie. And peeps. Fun fact, her buzz head is actually based on Mad Max. And also the Montauk project of the CSA that used a illegal mind control project of the CSI. Hopper enjoys gone back. And honestly, Jonathan, they actually won't believe him. And now Brenner say Brenner agents, they actually believe that they're hiring Brenner and they ask, they actually won't because they actually didn't even know about 11. And Brenner lied that she actually might be in danger, which she not because, in fact, Brenner, he gone now. Is Hawkins' lab and their helicopters, and they actually hide their bikes on the bus. Under the bus attack. The Demogorgon, they actually were going to attack the Demogorgon. Joyce is protective of him, and Troy say that they actually see a girl that with a shaved head and a bloody nose that make the fry and piss yourself. And they actually hang out with Mike, Justin, and Lucas. And now Steve say Ronnie and Carol are assholes. And Ronnie said that you can't take and he drove off. And mix up honestly, Jonathan actually might know where they actually take. They actually do the walkie-talkie. And Nancy might trick them. But when Hopper take up, it's actually not. Ow, ow, ow. Now, they need to pick up and now the G-Men are after them, and Steve is washing the feeder and thing now. The feeder window, the top of the feeder, and now Karen wonder if Nancy is involved, and Tessa know she's not, to make sure she's not worried. Dustin is pacing, and now the G-Men they actually been spotted. But Hopper knocked one of them out, and they actually do. And they actually talk about the flea and acrobat. There are the acrobat, and Will, Barbara, and the Demogorgon are the fleas. And the magnetic field and the disturbing compass are the gate that the water is can't be, and she crying, and honestly she actually know how to get them, and Mr. Clark is watching the thing. Honestly, most of the things are 1980s horror references from Jonathan Byers' Evil Dead poster, or Will wanted to go see Poltergeist. Dustin call him and ask how to make a century the private tank, and honestly they actually went to the school and got law assault, and Jonathan don't. And honestly, Nancy asked what she ate: candy, leftovers, and Eggos. And now, no more secrets. And honestly, Nancy asked, "Do you like Jonathan?" To Nancy, she said no. You like 11. Mike's deny it too. Joyce say you're a brave girl, and they're actually she actually made it where it's actually dark, and she go in the water, and she actually in her realm, and like I count up Barb again, I'm actually count her again, but this time Barb got dragged by the Demogorgon, mauled to death off screen at 30 seconds. We actually see her death in chapter 3, but we didn't see her body until chapter 7, so I'm counting this. Will see, and now 11 see Will, and she actually say mom is coming, and Will say hurry, and now it's actually out to the upside down, and to Castle Byers. Joyce and Hopper want to go, and honestly, Jonathan went to the station to get the weapons back and kill the Demogorgon. Now they both cut the weapon. They took them, and now Joyce and Hopper got caught. Will is still alive, and the Demogorgon. The episode ends with two males with a runtime of 52 minutes. We got lives lost every hour at 0.72 minutes. I actually had to count that because, well, because Barbara was seen to die in chapter 3, but we didn't see her body until chapter 7, so yeah. The final chapter of season 1 is chapter 8, The Upside Down. This will be I will actually do season 2 through 5, but season 1 will be due by now, and I will actually do it in parts, so stay tuned for that. It actually begins with Hawkins' lab, and Joyce is actually handcuffs. And Brenner asks about the 11 and where she is, and honestly, he actually said the monster actually kill take 6, but Will is still alive. So plus Barbara actually already died. So Harry, Dale, and 2 more residents got killed at 28 seconds. Brenner survived for. Honestly, he actually survived for the last 4 seasons. For season 1, season 2, season 3, and season 4, he actually died. But honestly, now honestly, it actually cut to Hopper, and everybody is actually now Connie and the gang are tasing him and trying to ask him a bunch of questions. Now they're going to hurt him, and Jonathan and Nancy is gone, and now they're going to have to fight the Demogorgon. Fun fact: the Demogorgon is actually played by a man that is actually a stunt coordinator. That is actually a real a stunt coordinator. They're going to set traps and kill it with the nail bat. The nail bat is actually going to be a trademark for the Stranger Things franchise. See it season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4. Yeah, the nail bat is popular in Stranger Things. To actually give the boys are safe, Hopper actually gave up where 11 is and figure out that the and Connie, Larry, and the rest of them are going to get 11. And the theme song! Fun fact: the theme song is actually a revolutionary heavy, perfect 1980s. Now, Harper and Joyce are playing upside down. And honestly, throughout the episode, it actually played flashbacks to Sarah and to Hopper's daughter, Sarah Hopper. But the reason why I haven't counted her yet is because, well, they said to count her at the beginning, but she really did not die yet. Jonathan and Nancy is getting ready for the Demogorgon, and Mike, Dustin, and Lucas is planning to stick with the plan, and Dustin is get some chocolate pudding. Jonathan say the light will blink. Take to Joyce and the Demogorgon, and now Steve up here out of nowhere tried to say sorry to them, and their hands are hurt because they tried to attract them with blood, and Nancy pulled a gun on him, and the Demogorgon is here. It's crashing through the ceiling, and honestly, the creatures is Stranger Things, such as the Demogorgon, the Mind Flayer, and Vecna, are inspired by the drama from the Dungeons and Dragons tabletop games. We actually see the Mind Flayer in season 2 and season 3, while we actually see Vecna will be seen in season 4 and 5. Season 5 will be coming out this year in 2025. Honestly, the Upside Down is a alternate dimension. Thanks to the Upside Down is actually like Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you, Duffers. Thank you, Duffers. You're magical. But honestly, it actually cuts to Hopper read books. But honestly, daughter, well, it cuts where his daughter is. And honestly, I did count it early, but she didn't die yet. But then Sarah Hopper died of cancer in 32 seconds, where he actually is crying. They actually search, and Will is, while the Jonathan, Nancy, and Steve need to get out because he actually didn't believe that it's actually Cullen, and it appears above. And honestly, Steve is now Nancy actually take the shot, but now Steve is up to bat, and they bear trap it and burn it. Now they use fire and fire extinguisher. Now it's gone, and they and now Joyce and Hopper in the Byers household. It's actually in the Upside Down. And you remember last time where Will actually got tracked down by the Demogorgon? Well, she say Jonathan's name, and Joyce actually have to do. 11 is not feeling better, and she actually have to not eat scraps like a dog. She actually can eat normal food, and actually have to live in the basement and get a bed, or have to. But honestly, that make her like her brother. Mike said no, it doesn't, because she actually like her and want to take her to the snowball, but he actually wanted to go with somebody that he's like. He kiss 11. But the G-Man and Connie and Larry is actually here, so they actually ran, and all the G-Men is actually after them until 11 used her powers to melt Connie, Larry, and 4 G-Men brains with her powers at 82 seconds. This is actually a cool death, and I actually love this death scene. More in the upside down. Now Brenner wants her, and now they actually say bad. The Demogorgon is coming, and Brenner is still alive because he not until season 4. 5 G-men actually got killed in 53 seconds, and we actually hear the scream. They actually searched for Will, but they actually found Barb, and Will is actually trapped with uh, a a ter- a tr- tr- a vine in his mouth. Now Mike Justin is safe, and he promised, and he all his things he promised, but they actually throw rocks and try to save it until 11 uses powers, and she throw Mike out of the way and say goodbye and say no more. Then the Demogorgon disintegrate by 11 with her powers at 48 seconds. Now 11 is gone. She actually will not make it back until season 2. Don't worry about it. Now they actually do CPR. But Sarah Sarah is actually gone. Was actually doing the same, and they were doing CPR on her too. But what the difference is between this, Will actually came back to alive, unlike Sarah. Now Karen actually see Micah hug her, and Will, and they actually brought him some stuff like a mixtape and honestly everything to keep him comfortable. And Will is now it's actually Christmas, and Will actually coffin. The Demogorgon is gone, and coffin. The Demogorgon is gone. 11 gone. Hopper smoke, and the G-Men took him. 1 month later, it's actually Christmas, and they are the Hydra, and now Will is it's the medal ceremony, and Jonathan took him. 11 is gone. Nancy actually got him a gift and kiss Jonathan. Will buckle up is a gingerbread house. Ted is asleep, but Nancy in his arms. I he hope she hope he liked the gift. Now Hopper at the holiday party gathering food tray, but it's actually for 11. It's actually a now it cut to Will tracking the presents on Christmas, and it's actually Christmas dinner, and Joyce said no snooping. And he actually went to the sink to cough up a piece of the vine and flash of the upside down. He looked pale, and now the theme music and the episode ends. Many lives lost in Stranger Things. Let's find out and get to the numbers. People lost their lives to Stranger Things. 19 males. Season Actually, it's Stranger Things season 1. 19 males, 3 females, 1 Demogorgon, and 2 unknown. 1 to Connie. Multiple to the Demogorgon. a lot to the G-Men. And some from 11. With a running time of 55 33 minutes. We got lives lost every hour of 0.92 minutes. With the great acts of execution, I give it to Connie, Larry, and the 3 named G-Men who got their brains melted by 11 powers. Honestly, this is a great death, and this is actually a great death, and I honestly enjoyed the death. The Whippy Axe will go to the 5 people who actually got killed by the Demogorgon. Honestly, this is actually this death scene is actually a. We always hear the screams, and honestly, I actually wondered. We didn't even see the deaths, but we can actually hear the screams, and that's it. I will actually do St. Patrick's Day release in 2021, a couple years back. I am William Pryor, and this has been the Lost Lives Count. Have a good day. See you in the next video.